Welcome back to part 2 of creating a forged knife to help out people of Hurricane Harvey and Irma. So, I have this knife in the heat treating oven. It's already been normalized and now it is about to come out to be hardened. Hardening is just one of the steps in the heat treating process. A lot of people get heat treating process confused with one or maybe two steps of the heat treating process. The heat treating process actually involves 4 steps. For the most part, depending on what you're making. That's going to be normalizing, annealing, hardening, and tempering. They're all separate things and they all make up heat treating. So in a few minutes the knife will have soaked for an appropriate time and I'll be taking it out of the oven and quenching it into oil. And the oil that I'm going to be quenching it to is called Parks 50 Quench Oil. It's a proper oil that is made for heat treating. You'll see a lot of really bad advice online and also published in books that tells you to use used motor oil or used fryer oil or who knows, just some sort of random used junky oil. That's bad advice. Don't do that. These oils are engineered specifically to be used to quench steel. They do their job. And a lot of people spend a lot of time and a lot of money figuring this out so it can be done properly. So if you just go online and Google quenching oils, there's all different kinds. This is Parks 50. It's a very, very fast quench oil. It's used for almost all of your high carbon steels. You have to get it from its current temperature in the oven and then drop it down to a certain temperature within a certain time frame. That temperature and time frame changes from steel to steel, but for this steel it takes about 1.5 seconds. I have to get it to about 900 degrees Fahrenheit in 1 to 1.5 seconds around there, and that will give me the hardened blade. Now from 900 degrees or so Fahrenheit down to about 400, obviously the knife is still really, really hot. We can't touch it. But in that time frame, the steel is still fairly malleable. It's really weird. Like, you can take that blade after it's hardened, but before it's reached 400 degrees, and bend it with your hands into a U, and it won't break. Even though the steel is already hardened, it's still going through some sort of transformation to martensite, which is the really hard structure. Alright, this thing is ready to come out, so here we go. I never anneal my knives, and annealing just makes them really soft. I don't do that because I just use solid carbide drill bits and there's not much machining involved in my knives. So the metal is not hardened, but it's still somewhat hard. Like a regular drill bit would have some difficulty going through this metal. So I'm going to be using solid carbide drill bit and that'll go right through it. So let's go ahead and do that. So I've got that knife glued up now, and it's just a waiting game at this point. It is nighttime. I'm going out of town tomorrow around lunch. I'm going to the Quad State Blacksmithing Conference in Ohio. So my plan is to get up early, finish this knife. I'll also be filming part 3, finishing the knife, tomorrow morning, and have that uploaded as soon as I can. And in that video, I'll have the information that you'll need for purchasing this knife, whether that is through an auction or through a raffle. Honestly, I have not decided which I'm going to do yet. Could be either one. Still weighing which one would work out best here. But I'll have more info on how to get this knife in the next video. You can also watch my Facebook and Instagram posts to stay up to date with that sort of thing. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up, comment, share with your friends, and I'll catch you in the next one.